warned this video will contain spoilers. In Episode 4, Taylor Sheridan kicks things off with a familiar theme, highlighting how Ainsley and Angela's sexuality becomes a point of contention for the men around them. While Nate frets over the women exercising in minimal clothing in the living room, Tommy is en route to a deposition concerning the stolen plane. Tommy faces a lawsuit for not notifying authorities about the plane theft, which ultimately caused a fatal accident when a truck collided with it on a road where it was parked for a drug drop. However, MTX's lawyer, Rebecca, proves her worth with a commanding performance. During the meeting, she dismantles the prosecution's arguments, accusing them of making sexist comments and wasting time. She points out that Tommy had indeed reported the theft to the FAA and that the crash occurred on a private road where the truck shouldn't have been. After tearing apart the opposing counsel's case, Rebecca demands they drop the lawsuit, and they grudgingly agree. Impressed by her bold approach, Tommy invites her out for a drink. At the bar, Tommy and Rebecca's feud continues over a debate about a local sex worker's morals. However, Rebecca starts to understand Tommy when he explains the hardships of an oil bust, where townsfolk lose everything. Meanwhile, Ainsley and Angela, bored and rejected from a country club, show up at the bar. As Tommy shares Monty Miller's backstory with Rebecca, Angela spots them and decides to stir up trouble. She and Ainsley join their table, with Angela insulting Rebecca and inviting her to dinner. Angela reminisces about Tommy surprising her with George Strait tickets but grows emotional recounting how they lost everything during the oil bust. Tommy becomes uncomfortable and excuses himself, leaving Angela in tears. Rebecca offers to drive Angela and Ainsley home. Elsewhere, chaos erupts at the oil well when Antonio's hand is crushed. Cooper and Manuel rush to help, but Antonio loses consciousness. Cooper steps up to replace Antonio on a challenging task he's never attempted as the team races to finish the well by morning. The next morning, Ainsley strolls into the kitchen, catching Nate off guard with her scantily clad appearance. Tommy bluntly tells her to put on some proper clothes, to which she retorts that all she brought were outfits intended to entice her boyfriend. Seriously, why does Sheridan keep adding moments like this? When Angela joins them and Ainsley realizes the two have reconciled, she's overjoyed. They share a chaotic family hug before Tommy heads out to check on the well. Fortunately, it's running perfectly, and Boss shares how much Cooper contributed to getting it operational. Tommy calls Monty to confirm everything's working, then approaches his son, urging him to visit his mother. Cooper, however, doesn't share Ainsley's enthusiasm about his parents' reunion. As Tommy departs, Cooper receives a call from Ariana, Elvio's widow. Clearly distraught, she asks him to come see her. Despite knowing the risk it poses with her cousins, he agrees.